Hello.
Hello. Okay, it worked. This is how I sit the whole time when Tom is gone. I just sit with like my fingers crossed that this is all gonna work. So, whew, I got us here, friends.
Yeah, and I have complete confidence in you because I'm just sitting here waiting. Yeah.
Gnome.
Well,
Hello, my friend. I have to tell you, of all, we're not going to talk about Jordan Con again tonight, but of all the
I
things
mean,
I loved, it was getting to put a face with the brain. It was so nice to finally meet
yes,
you.
yes.
Well,
Gnome, gnome. I let everybody know you don't look like a gnome.
no,
So
no.
he does have a
Hey,
beard, but not that.
hey, Rotha. So we are absent our bearded brother again. This time due to internet
Yeah,
issues. I promise we brought him home
yes,
from Atlanta. He returned. He's
we did.
around.
He is. He is.
He may pop in.
But
Not sure.
so we are on what episode? The Earth Kingdom, correct?
Episodes
The Earth King.
episodes The Earth King, episode 17, friends. I
All
am
right.
I feel like we're getting really close and I am so excited because in my work, like all of my paperwork that I have to do is winding down. I have like one more meeting in
hmm
classes that I take outside. I have like a final thing to turn in tomorrow. This means that when we finish this book 2, I am going to watch
hmm
all of book 3 and court, like I'm doing it all, and then I'm gonna start the live action, and then we're gonna have to do a whole nother show where I just talk about the rest of the things
Yes,
because I have
yes.
been dying for however long we've been doing this, months,
I know.
months now.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, months. But we tried to tell you. We
You
tried to
did,
give you fair warning to become an obsession because it is so good on so many levels.
and in such a like, just I don't know. I say it all the time. I love that it brought us together. I've now started to just put it on in the background when I always have to have like a television going when I'm working
Too.
because I can
Me
tune
too.
out. And I just have it because even though if I mute it, it's still visually so
Very.
beautiful.
Yes. No, they did. It's like one of those one in a lifetime things where I don't know that they could recreate it ever. Like they did Legend of Korra and everything, but once you've seen something like it, the things that come after are never quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like that magic of it's just like reading Wheel of Time for the first time. You can read it a bunch of times, but there's still that magic of like not knowing.
Oh yeah.
So
No, and I think too I came to it at such a good time because the live action show has come out, even though I
hmm
haven't seen that at all. People are
yeah, yeah,
talking about it. Like at my daughter's taekwondo studio, they're talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
it. There's just been like a buzz, and so I'm able to
yeah.
find the merchandise. I'm able to do lots of things.
See,
So it's very
see.
exciting. Although I'm still waiting on my weighted appa. So I feel like that
Well,
should come soon. I was hoping I'd get it before finale.
yeah. I mean, but you'll get it, and that's the important thing.
That
So,
is. Well, it's not just Ebony and I tonight. We
you
have
know.
a wonderful guest. Let's see who's waiting back there.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Hello.
Another
Hey,
green, another green.
yes, another green.
Ebony, are you a green? Have we talked about
I
this?
am. I am a green, so it's funny. I'm a green with a good dash of gray in there and just a smidge of brown.
Okay.
But
Okay.
like I will try to work it out with you, but I will throw hands too. Like it's up to you.
Yes.
It is up to you how we handle it. I am more than willing to talk it out, but
hmm
if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. That's
What you give
yeah,
me is what you will receive in return.
right, right.
Yes.
Like what's the saying? My personality is
hmm
how I treat is a result of how I am, but my attitude is a result of your personality, how you treat
Yes.
me.
Okay, so I
Yes.
do actually have like a little plaque with something very similar to that.
Yeah,
I don't put it
yeah,
up at work because the students would,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
would frown
yeah.
upon
But
it.
no, like
So,
I am a joy to be around.
he
You know, you know what, Gnome? I actually do not like key lime pie.
Oh.
Oh, it's
I
so good.
know,
Yeah.
I know, and I don't know if I just haven't had good key lime pie or what. Because like I always make the assumption if there's a food that I don't like that a lot of my friends like it's so good, I'm like that I must not have had the good because you never know what
Right.
people are doing when they're you know what I mean? Like maybe I
Yeah.
just need to try. Like I'm willing to try more.
Well, do
More
you like
type.
lime in general?
It's fine. Like it's not my super favorite thing.
Mhm.
It's fine. That's a no.
Yeah, it may not be for you then.
And that could be it also. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, it just might not be. But yes, that is the description of key lime pie. So thank you for that.
Well, so for those of you that don't know, this is Adalorna Sedai, who is one third, right? Yes, of the
Yes,
NorthHarbor podcast.
that is
Her
correct.
other people are sick tonight, which I can feel in my
Um,
Yeah.
soul.
so
It's terrible.
also con crud is a thing. We told you
Yes.
about post con depression. We didn't tell you about con crud.
Well, no, so that I knew from different conventions. I don't think this was that because it didn't happen till like
Well,
Saturday, and that would have been too long. I think that would have been too long.
well, I mean, but you also didn't like take the time to fully recover from being at con, so all your defenses were
Right.
down too. Like you know, when you're more tired, you get sick a lot easier. Which I like. I don't blame my white blood cells. Like
Yeah.
they don't act right anyway, so I have to take medicine that tells them to go sit down somewhere because they're
Mhm.
very excitable, very
Yeah.
excitable. So I completely understand them going like, no, you did not treat us right for like 4 days in a row. You're on your own.
Four, yep. At minimum 4. Plus
You
a
didn't
long
sleep.
drive.
You didn't eat. You maybe had a few too many adult beverages sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
no.
you were hydrated in a sense.
I was
Yep.
hydrated.
Hydrated,
Yes.
just not with the right hydration.
No,
Or
no.
absolutely the right hydration, depending on how you look at it.
Facts. Well, so here's the thing. I want to talk more about what you guys have going on, but it's Abby.
It's an Abby.
A sighting in the wild. It's gonna be a little messy tonight because we don't have Tom, so I don't have our countdown timer, which is awful. So I'm gonna have to. I'll put times up in the chat. And I don't have the Discord for the three of us to watch. So I'll be very explicit when I hit play. But first, tell me what you guys have going on at NorthHarbor Podcast before we jump into Avatar.
All right. We put out a recording every other week. We've been taking a tiny bit of a hiatus because we actually start at the end and work our way forwards because we're a bit of a spicy podcast. So
I like it.
yeah. We just made it all the way through book 14. So now we are starting on 13.
Wow. That's,
Yep.
you know what? So as someone who's read the books forever, I have read the first 5 books probably 15 times. I am a terrible fan, and I have only read the end of the series, in particular the last 3 books, one time. And so Tom and I have been kicking around a little book club idea, and that was one of our ideas is like, do we just start? Do we start at the end? Do we hop around? I don't know. We haven't decided yet, but that's exciting.
Yeah, we started legitimately. Our first episode was the epilogue for the last
Oh,
book.
wow.
And we went literally backwards. I will tell you though that it took us 6 months to get through that last battle chapter, and that
Oh
was
my
recording
gosh.
every week.
Because it was a book in itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and we had to split it up into different perspectives too. Like we didn't just want to go all the way through hopping around. So one week we did Lan, 1 week we did Elaine. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that taking even longer because just like not doing that, it would take so long. I mean, if we're being honest, they could have split Memory of Light into 2 books. It was so thick. I'm like, they are pushing the limit of what a book is. Because it's too many pages. This is too many pages.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at my bookshelf, and it's
It's
one of
that
the
last one is actually the last 3 all are on the thick side. Like they could have probably
pretty big.
Yeah, we could have probably gotten 6 more physical books.
Yes.
Out of it.
Damn it,
But they were
Tor.
just like,
No, just kidding. I love you.
No, I am sure they were just like, no, we have got to end this.
Yes. It's been going on how long now?
It's just like these fans are going through it. Let's just put it on.
Yes.
Put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Well, Gnome, you're still doing better than me. I'm determined before I get back to Jordan Con next year, I'm going to have read through the whole series again. Now that I've gotten into the audiobooks, I think I'll be able to
It'll
do
be
it.
easier. Now,
Yeah, it's much easier.
I do want to say, Crystal, you are not a bad fan because you're a fan with children. And when you're a fan with children, it is, and they're little ones, it is very hard to sit down and read because I know for me, anytime I sit down and read, I'm like, I ought to be doing laundry, or I ought to be
Uh-huh.
doing this, or I should be doing that, which is why
Yep.
audiobooks are great. But I have such incredible mom guilt when I sit down to read because there's always something else that needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I
Perpetually.
hate that. I want to be 15 again, 15, 16 again, where I don't have people dependent on me to feed them. And I don't want to go to bed. And like if I want to stay
Yes.
up until 2 a.m. and read, I'll probably be fine the next day in
Mhm.
school because I'm 16.
Right.
Now,
I was one of those
I
kids
did.
that got in trouble for hiding under the covers with a flashlight
Yeah.
to read.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I grew up with my grandparents, and very quickly they realized sending me to my room
Was
with
okay,
no
that
not
was
a
not a
was
punishment.
not
That
cool.
was not a
Cool.
punishment.
That's
was not
fine with me.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it is. It is tough to try to find time to read, especially because you do have little kids, and then you're at work
Mhm.
all day,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
right?
They
So
frown upon it when I read all day at work. Like I can get away with it a little bit being a teacher, but when
no,
it's all day.
thank you. You are setting a good example.
Mhm.
Like,
But
I don't
I'm
know what
telling
your
you,
problem is.
coming up in like 2 weeks, whenever, May 11th, that week is like
Mhm.
rocking reading week. And so I
Oh.
intend to fully have my book at work because we're
Mhm.
trying to hit like 50,000 hours of reading as a school. So
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited. Well, I think we're close to the end of Avatar. Season 2, book 2.
Then
Yes.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think before we started what kind of closure I needed before.
Closure.
Okay,
I don't
so
know why there's a book 3. You're not going to get any.
I lived for a very long time depressed about not knowing where Appa was.
She
This
really
was
was. She was
It was
so.
awful,
It was awful.
and I was mad, and it was
She was.
terrible. Like the
Oh,
animal thing gets me, and I'm like, where is he? And then they keep talking about I'm gonna cry, things are gonna be sad. It was a rough middle
Yeah.
of it for me.
Yeah. The episode where Iroh with his son and he sings the song and
Oh
yeah.
gosh. Uncle
See?
Iroh, man.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm not gonna cry, and we're just like, all
Yeah.
right,
Okay. Whatever you say.
I'm not gonna argue with you. So,
I've watched that episode a few different times because I think it was just very cathartic for me after all the
Yeah.
waiting to like
Yeah.
watch it
Yeah.
a few different times, and then I had to watch it again with my little girl because she had
Mhm.
not gotten that far. I let her watch ahead of me, and then she kind of fell off, so now we're back at the
Mhm.
same
Okay.
spot.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, if everybody wants to get ready, we can chat for another minute, and we'll hit play on the episode. I'll get all my stuff together. I have no idea. I didn't even read the
Oh,
description.
it's not even this. Oh, so you have no clue what's about to
Okay,
happen.
okay.
Coming in blind tonight, friends.
Huh?
Oh yeah. These are gonna be some good reactions.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning when I wasn't as heavily invested, it probably wasn't as good. But now that I care, it's really hard for me to try to talk and not just be like, shut up, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen.
Yeah. And
I
we can
wanna
see
watch
it. We
this.
can see it in your face because I can see. I imagine it's the face that you give to like students when they don't necessarily have to be quiet, but you'd like for them to be quiet.
Yeah.
Kind of like you kind of just look at them like,
God.
concentrate really hard on what I'm thinking at you.
The week that I knew we were going to find out what happened to Appa, I don't even remember what was happening. Tom talked for so long before we could start the episode. I was like twitching. I was like, oh my God, stop talking.
That's amazing.
Stop talking. Oh, okay. All right. Well, like I said, I will put the times up in the chat. Let me get my life together so I can do that. Remember, this will count backwards because that's what Netflix does for us. But let's
Mhm.
hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully nobody gets commercials or anything. And we won't skip the intro.
No,
So,
we never skip the intro.
It's
because
too
it's
good.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's pretty. It is so pretty.
it is.
And I love the map. Like, so I have a goal of wanting to get random things from all the dorky things that we like and just having them up in the house. Like, I want to get all the infinity stones and just have them in different rooms in the
Ah,
house. Right. So I want to get a map. I've got a map of Randland. I want to get a map of this just to have hung up somewhere. And then there's also a
Yeah.
sign from an episode of Futurama where Fry is doing the delivery and the sign says, "Do not drink the Emperor." And he delivers it after he drinks the Emperor, and I wanted that sign to be put on.
Aaron! Hello,
Yeah.
I miss your face. I love you. I miss you. And thank God with this show, as a busy mom, that we always get the last week on
Yeah,
Avatar.
the recap.
I honestly need a recap every morning. Like, what did I do yesterday?
What did I do?
Yes.
So where are we with
Can
this?
we make that a thing?
I
I
need the
really wish I could.
what did I promise to do yesterday that I now have to fulfill today
I
list.
keep saying
Like,
before I go to bed, I need to make a list of
Mhm.
whatever I'm thinking of, because that's when I think of everything I need to do.
Yeah.
And then that's the first thing I want to email it to myself, like schedule it and email it to myself. So when I get to my
Mhm.
work desk, like 8:30, that email pops up and goes, "Past Ebony
Mhm.
would like to remind you."
so
Yeah.
Aaron, I write things down, but I write them down on whatever is close to me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
sometimes that's like a ripped up piece of paper.
Mhm.
And so then later, I don't know where the piece of paper is that I've written that down on, and
Or-
it is essentially useless.
Oh yeah, I have a
tend to
ton of
use
sticky
shorthand.
notes.
Yeah, I tend to use shorthand that makes sense in the moment, but then when I go back the next day, I'm like, I don't know.
Yes.
Was I
What I
drinking?
And of course, it's not written neatly.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get old. I'm gonna need somebody to come stay with me. Brian's not gonna be any help. He's gonna be just as bad as me.
Mhm.
Are you guys the same
Oh.
age, Ebony? Are you guys really close in age?
We're 2 years apart. I'm 2 years older than Brian. So when we met, he was 15 and I was
Yay!
Hello.
It's our Tom. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
We're so
We're so
glad you're
glad to see
here.
Yes, me too. So I found out what the problem was, but I don't want to interrupt the conversation. What were you guys talking about?
just that I
Needing
robbed the
sticky
cradle
notes
with
to
Brian.
remember things.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, then I
You're talking
robbed the
about
cradle with Brian.
how you robbed the cradle and
Yeah, because he was 15 and in 10th grade, and I was 17 and a senior.
ooh.
But
Spicy.
we each
Mhm.
thought we were each other's age. So I thought he was just a senior. I didn't know, and he thought I was a 10th grader that he didn't know.
I mean, Aaron is 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
Aaron. Ooh.
So they're building a Starbucks like a half a mile down from my house, and they were
Wow.
digging up like the ground and ripped the fiber optic line out of the ground.
Oh, good.
Yeah, someone was over down by it, and yeah, it's been that she actually had to leave and go into the office.
So
which was-
tell us like what it's like in Little House on the Prairie. How
I
is
know.
it?
I had to go dig out like a CD and play it on my like PlayStation to listen to music. I was like, how can I listen to music? Because like, though now that I think about it, I got lots of music downloaded on my computer.
Also, vinyls are a thing again somehow.
They are. They
Yeah, but
are.
I haven't played music like not through Spotify or YouTube.
In
And
a
I don't
very
even
long
know how
time.
long.
Yeah. So
I was
my
like-
son-in-law. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just like cleaning, and I was like, I need to listen to something or something, and I went.
Yeah.
I went and found a
I need
CD.
that background noise too. I need that background noise to do stuff.
Mhm.
But my son-in-law has a record player,
I hate
and
traffic.
my daughter got it for him for one of the Christmases. So of course I went out and bought Purple Rain on vinyl for him. I'm like, this, you should have this.
Yes.
So I had three CDs that I could find: Life After Death,
Nice.
The Aladdin soundtrack,
Oh, that's
Classic.
appropriate.
and it's dark and hell. So
So
DMX,
Wow.
DMX, Notorious B.I.G., and the Aladdin soundtrack.
You
all
know,
that sounds right. That's the kind of stuff I listen to at work. It is.
Welcome to my childhood.
Yeah,
I have a random
DMX
Avenged
is my-
Sevenfold CD running around somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. No case, just a CD.
So many just CDs, and I
Yep.
and I look at them, and I can remember the horror back in the day for your
Yes.
CD to be elevated. Oh my god!
okay, look
And
at
then those
this.
little
Is so they created an elevator. Sorry.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they're. This is when they really start whooping people.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into whoop. And so the new word Avi has learned is mollywop because of the Ninja Turtles movie. So now everything is getting mollywopped.
I love that.
Oh man.
Oh, are you guys in the show?
Yeah.
We're at 18, 28, 27,
Let me get my
26.
timer.
Sorry, Tom. Please do. I will tell you where we are when we. Yeah, I told them it was real half-assed without you here, so I'm glad you're here.
It really is, Tom. You're
I'm
holding this all
trying.
together. You make us look like a professional team over here.
Right.
Is that close?
We are 1807, 6,
Oh,
5, 4, 3.
Oh, you're counting down.
Yes, because
Well, that's-
Netflix.
Because we're not using Discord.
Oh, okay. You have 18 minutes left in the episode.
17,
Yeah.
48, 47.
47, 46. Yep.
So am I close?
Do you see the
Yeah, you're about
door?
like 5 seconds.
Now I have to match mine because that's how we do things.
Yep.
17.
This guy.
Tom, you missed it. I was telling them I'm counting down. Like everything ends for me at work. Like I still have to work the rest of the month, but like everything winds down to the second we're done. I'm gonna like take a day off and I'm gonna watch the entirety of book 3,
The whole
and then
thing.
I'm gonna watch Legend of Korra, and then I'm gonna start the live action, and then we're gonna have to come back and talk about it all over again.
I'm
'Cause I
down.
will have watched it all, like
Yes.
all of it.
Arosa, we had internet on our phone, but like if I streamed, like that would use my cell phone data. So I didn't want to
Mhm.
I hate that.
I don't have unlimited data. I have I think
Mm.
10 gigs or whatever, like whatever the base. We have Google 5, so whatever the base thing is for Google.
We don't have Cricket anymore.
So did you tell them what you got from Jordan Well, I mean Ebony and Crystal were there when you got the
Yeah.
books. But
Yeah.
did you guys know that I was able to get them signed for her?
No. What?
Yeah, I was like,
Awesome.
who is here that could sign these? And I was like, oh, Peter and Karen Ulstrom are here. They worked on
Yep.
those books, so they signed them for us.
That
was
is pretty awesome. Tom's got the hookup.
The magic of Tom.
Yes.
They were.
Just
It was
'cause he's
very
a
nice of them. I
wonderful
told them.
person.
I told them that they could absolutely say no because I hadn't said anything yet because they were sitting in the closing ceremonies, so I didn't want to like bother them. And they were like, "No, it's fine." So they just came in the back. It was very nice.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Karen and Peter.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, to be fair, some of those drawings were just a little, just a little
I
rough.
was there for part of it. Oh man.
So
Some of them
Avi wanted-
immediately I was on it, and then others I was like,
I don't
have
know
I
what this
seen this
is.
show? What is this?
Right?
So Avi wanted to go because it was drawing, and I'm like, but it's show topics. You won't know what it is. It's real time stuff.
Yeah.
Also inappropriate.
Yeah.
Island.
It's the puppets.
It's inappropriate.
That's why it's an after dark panel.
Right. But she did do win, lose, or draw, and she enjoyed that. So she
That's
played
fine.
win,
Oh, this
lose,
is
or draw.
smart.
Was Jeff Jarvis hosting that?
Yep.
Yeah, he always does. I love Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff is my little spoon.
Oh.
I'm the middle spoon,
Ooh,
and Chris Lipnickus is the big spoon.
that makes sense.
Not safe for
Why?
little. I was Gnome saw me confused. I was sitting there trying to read what he was saying. Like,
Trying to figure it out.
or what? Thank
Yeah,
you.
no.
Thank you for
No,
clarifying.
I keep saying I know she's in middle school and probably hears worse every day, but that doesn't mean I have to condone it.
Right.
Present.
Did you see
Just like-
the Earth King's bear? His they didn't show the bear? Yeah, no, they did. They went to the dinner, didn't they? They got invited to the dinner with the Earth King.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it said his bear would be there. And then they were all like, do you mean platypus bear? No.
Yeah.
Armadillo
No,
bear?
a regular bear?
Just a bear. Just a bear.
I just thought it was apropos because now all over TikTok they have that thing, like the
Would you
thing
rather
that's
be
going
in the
around.
woods?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes.
Very true, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I expect the bear to attack me. I don't like that makes sense, right? I can't necessarily reason.
There's a funny one that I saw, like, because if like, especially black bears, because they're like big cats. If you like make a lot of sound and like put your arms up, yeah. So there's a video of like a black bear like charging at like a group of people, and then like they do that and they run away, and then this woman cuts in and she's like, "See, this is why we're not afraid of bears, because all you got to say is no, I don't want to give you my number," and they're like, "Okay, I'm gonna fuck off," and they run away.
Yeah. I think it's just the instinct. Like usually bears aren't coming to looking to hurt anything. Like they're just hungry. They'll protect their cubs, but like they don't have nefarious, unless it's cocaine bear, and even then it was cocaine. So
that's abnormal.
Right. That's not regular, but we know for a fact that people in general, some have they're not all good, right? And you don't know sometimes till it's too late. I watched Cocaine Bear. This is why I even knew it was a thing. I'm a big fan of movies like Sharknado. Like the more ridiculous it is, the more I love it. So one night my son, I've seen them all. But one night my son sent me a text, "Mom, do you know what Cocaine Bear is? Have you seen it?" I was like, "No." So I watched it on his recommendation. It is funny.
Yeah. All right,
it's got Ice Cube son. It's got Ice Cube son in there looking just like Ice Cube.
Oh, Shay, yeah, okay. Isn't Brendan Fraser and that guy from fucking The Wire?
Brendan Fraser, no, but Avienda's in it.
Ayula's in it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did I know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Oh, I love Bihar. My friends and I used to walk to Blockbuster like once or twice a week and rent. We called them horrorables. We would look for the like the worst looking horror movie that we could find.
I love it. I love it. Not necessarily horror, but like just any of them. The one, it's one about ants, and it's just called Them, and they're these big giant ants, and it was great.
I'm sure it's just called Ants.
But it was so great.
Those are usually the best ones. Like that's what we would look for. We would look specifically for movies that were just a singular animal name, like piranha.
Like you can tell it's just like a little teeny model house that they let a regular sized ant crawl over.
That's great.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I just saw the dragons.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
This is an interesting bit.
It is.
We're the first time we're actually seeing anything other than the dead Roku dragon pet thing that he had.
Having fever dreams.
Yes.
Also, not a combination animal. Just dragon. Just a dragon.
Just a dragon. Yep.
But technically, a dragon is a combination animal.
It is.
It's not a real animal, I guess. So.
Oh, how dare you?
I know. Sorry.
Sir.
Wow.
My feelings are a little bit hurt, Tom. Let me have my things.
All right. I did an inventory of the stuff that we had left from the con. We have 5 full sets of Stormlight books left, a lot of backpacks, and a bunch of other little fun things.
Well, we're gonna have to do an
Well.
online trivia episode
Oh,
where
yeah.
we pick
Ooh.
like 2 or 3 people to come on the show with us and do trivia.
Yeah.
Fun.
Maybe we'll do some stuff for the Patreon people too. Just
Yes,
another,
that
Good
would be
idea.
good.
just a little incentive to go
Little
and follow
plug.
us on Patreon.
Yes.
Support.
Dragon Mount. Follow Dragon Mount on Patreon.
So you're by your lonesome?
Yeah. The other 2 ladies are not feeling great tonight.
I
Aw,
see it.
Yeah.
sad times.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I can change my name now because it's Jordan Con's over.
That's just
Oh.
Express fans.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bear.
Back to my
I think I'm a
normal
little bit
title.
ahead of you guys. But you're such a cute hot mess, Tom, so it's fine.
There he is.
Mama.
Oh. The bells.
My so we had a dog named Momo, completely unrelated because I'd never seen Avatar, although he was a Momo. And now that my kids are obsessed and we've been toying with the idea of getting another dog or maybe some cats, they're really into the Avatar names and they've asked if we could ever reuse Momo. I'm currently
They're
like
good
a hard no, but maybe. I was like, maybe we can choose one of the others. Like we could do
Yes.
No.
There's
an
good names.
Appa or it is a
Yes.
really good name.
So Stone, who runs the writer's track, has a big puppy, and his name is Appa, and he's huge and fluffy.
Oh.
Fantastic.
And we so during COVID we would do like happy hour, virtual lunch times. It was lunch bunch stuff, and different people would pop in. But every time he would pop in, I'd be like, "Where's Appa?
Where's the dog?
Yeah.
There's also, you haven't met this one yet, but obviously Korra has also an animal companion, and its name is Naga,
Oh, what is the combo?
a polar bear dog.
Oh,
Which just
I want
sounds
one.
adorable.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a golden retriever polar bear.
Oh,
But-
cute.
But then you remember how lethal polar
Labrador.
bears are, and you're like, "Oh my
Yep.
goodness, they will destroy you." And like, I will say, if I were to go out and anyway, it would probably be it is going to be some kind of pet, some animal's baby cub that I don't need to
Oh,
be
yeah.
near, but it's too cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the reason that zoos have fences because I want to see all the
Oh
things.
my.
My husband threatens to pat me down every time we leave the zoo. One of these days, I'm gonna come home with like I don't know.
I
There's
wanna-
so many things that I love.
I want a red panda because they think doing this makes them
Yes!
look scary.
Aw.
Oh, and the pound.
The cotton top
can't.
tamarins are my favorite. The little cotton top tamarins. They're so cute and they're so smart. They play with like baby toys. They have like
I
little.
was mauling to cuddle like a cheetah or something.
Yeah, but, so here's the thing: baby versions of just about everything. It's cute, right? That's
Yeah.
part of their survival technique
Mhm.
is to be
Oh.
cute.
Here you go. Here's Naga.
Oh,
That's
that is adorable.
cute.
And yes, she does ride him.
Oh.
Like, oh, what was the cat on Thundercat?
Oh.
No, not Thundercats.
No,
They didn't
yeah,
have
He-Man.
And He-Man. He-Man. Was it It was Beast something, wasn't it? But I remember it was like
Battle Cat.
blue.
Oh wait.
Cringer?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know what?
I know I had this toy as a child.
He-Man's cat. The Battle Cat.
Battle Cat.
Yeah.
I knew it was something simple.
Cringer is the fearless friend and pet cat of Prince Adam.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And when it turns into the thing, it turns into a battle cat.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense. She-Ra, also something I was obsessed with as a child.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Couldn't tell me that. I was either She-Ra or I was Chitara. I was one of the two.
Fair
I
enough.
watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles religiously as a
Me too.
child. So
Yes, like I have
same.
original.
DVDs. I have all the not even DVDs. I have the VHS of the 3 live action,
Mhm.
and my children. And then I bought them on DVD so my children could watch them.
Well,
My
Did I tell you guys
nickname
my-
as a kid was Bebop, which is one of the bad guys. Yep.
love it. I love it. One of my prized possessions was when I went to Florida as a kid and I got their autographs, you guys. They're in my little like Disney autograph book. We just
my
happened to be
gosh.
walking by. It wasn't one of their official like, and there's a picture of me somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it, but it was my prized possession as a little kid. Like I loved it so much.
I'm jealous.
But you know what's really funny? Because I'm
Mm.
gonna move because we were just talking about this. My husband and I have been cleaning stuff out, and look what we literally just found like a day ago.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
It's now my son's because we have found it, but he's been playing with it. I was like, that's
Oh.
amazing.
Now, Aang was about to shoot his shot, and Sokka messed it up.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
also, I would 100% wear Momo like a hat.
Yes.
Just set him right around on the back of my head.
I love Momo.
Momo is adorable. But T did it.
Okay, we love each other.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
So is next week it, Tom? Is that the last?
I
think so.
don't. Yeah,
It's
it's
like
a double. Yeah, it's a double episode. Yeah,
Okay.
which means we're going to be a week behind on our thing because of JordanCon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So next week we'll have our posting of the options for people to vote on for what episode for like what we're going to watch next. We usually would have had it posted today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but things happen.
Life.
Mm-hmm. Life be life.
Keeps life. Yeah.
But we will not watch book 3 because I am watching that shit next week. Tuesday.
Well, that
We
means
will
I
not
mean,
be
you don't have
doing
to, then at least it will actually be a rewatch for you. If,
That's
if we
true.
end up doing
That's
it.
true.
I want it on the list. I don't even give a shit. Like I want it
I
on
don't
the list.
care. Yeah.
What are the options on the list? Have we decided? I say we. Have you guys decided what the options are going to be? Yeah.
Now I got to go back to our list. There's a spreadsheet.
Eleanor,
Ooh.
Eleanor, I am just here for comic relief. Like, they do all the real work. I just show up when they tell me to. Half of the time they tell me to if I haven't fallen asleep or I'm working or I've got a headache.
That's heavy. It's heavy lifting though. To I mean, now you could share carrying my nonsense with Crystal at least, so it's not all you.
Yeah, I'm just the spicy dictionary on my podcast. So.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Is the looking forward book 3? Is everybody happy with the conclude? Like where it ends? Does it feel complete? Like you feel good about where everything? Okay.
You do. So unlike Wheel of Time,
Yeah.
it's not that I felt incomplete, but it's like I like the fact that you knew that things were going to keep happening, right? It made it.
Mhm.
I like that feeling, but also I want to know the things,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
right? So at least with Avatar, it's like yes, they do kind of tie up one thing with a nice bow, like it's tied up at the end of the main thing they're working on. And you know, like in my head anyway, like of course they're gonna go, but then we do get like Korra later. So
Yeah.
I did enjoy that. Okay, we get to go back. Okay,
Yes.
let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it wasn't like with Wheel of Time where you literally just like, wait, we didn't hear where that person was. Where are they?
Oh, God.
Well, There was
Yeah.
so much to try to wrap. There was no way to.
But still,
all
they
it.
could have given a Fane a better, or at least more well built
Right
ending.
there were
Yep.
just a lot of things that I was like, okay, I don't
Yeah.
like. We all assumed that certain couples would meet back up again, right?
Yes.
But like they left it very open, and I was
Mhm.
like, but are we sure they know? Should we tell them? Should we tell? I want to make sure they know, right?
Mhm.
And then we had all Avienda's visions, and I'm like, but was it
Mhm.
right? Did she fix it? Like,
Yeah.
just,
Okay, so
that's
if you
all.
could follow one storyline past the last battle, which one would it be?
Oh man.
Isn't that a loaded question?
Mhm.
Like a specific character or just like
An arc. So not everything in general, but like maybe you could go with a couple, or what happens with Rand and his women, or what happens with
So
specifically Grandal and Avi.
I would
or-
want to
Yeah.
know what happened with the Ogier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
did they go back home? Because that was a
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like did they open the book of translation afterwards? Also,
Mhm.
I think the dynamic between the Shanshan Ogier and the regular Ogier would be really interesting to see how they
Yes,
deal with that.
interact
Because
with each other.
Mhm.
they fight together a bunch in the last battle. They
Mhm.
like there's a lot of scenes with Shanshan Ogier and regular Ogier fighting side by side. So
Right.
Yeah, I wonder how many of them would like switch over. Like how many of the
Yeah, switch
Shanshan
sides.
ones would be like, I don't want to live this life anymore. Let me go
Right.
in
I'm
the
gonna go
woods
grow
and
some
read
trees.
book.
but also
Yeah,
like
and
there's no, like I don't remember. No, there are steading on the other side.
there are, but
Yeah, there are. Okay.
there are. I mean, that was one of the things that I think the setting on in Shanshan were closer
Yeah,
than the
they
ones Rand.
they never developed
They
the
never had the
longing.
longing, right? They
Yeah.
never had the longing. They were always the settings were closer.
Mm,
Mine is biased. I would follow Matt because I love him.
that's yeah.
Well,
But
you
I
Fair.
also
you've heard the story of Jordan Con 1's opening ceremony, right? With Matt and the spoiler that happened.
No.
Really? I've definitely
tell.
had to have said it before. Okay. I've told this before, but I don't know where. I guess not here with you guys.
No.
Not to us.
So Jordan Con 1 opening ceremonies was a bunch of people from Tarvalon.net. Jason Denzel was there. I'll see if I could find some pictures while I tell the story, because I definitely have a picture of it. And it was pretty awesome. Harriet, Maria, and Alan were all there.
Wow.
Brandon was there, and Tom Doherty, the CEO, and yeah, he was the Toastmaster of the very first Jordan Con. He was the CEO and founder of Tor Books. Tom Doherty was also there. So he accidentally let slip. Like I forgot what it was. They were asking about. They did like a little bit of a Q&A, and someone brought up the Outrigger novels, because New Spring had released at that point, and they had announced that they were going to do 2 other ones, and Tom Doherty just took it upon himself to go like, well, there is a contract in place for 2 other books. One was going to be about Tam prior to the Aiel War and how he joined up with the Alienator companions and like leading into the Aiel War. And then the other one was going to be about Matt and Tuon and them going back to the Shanshan after the last battle.
I did know that. I have heard that. I just didn't know that was like something that was
Wow.
Oh yeah,
But
that's where it happened, right there. I wish I had a fucking disposable camera, because like in 2009 I had a Razor flip phone. Like I didn't have like
Wow.
a smartphone.
Oh my god.
So like
back in the day. All right.
yeah, like if I would have had like if I was in that crowd now, I would have been sitting there with my smartphone, and I would have been able to capture their faces when that happened. But like, oh boy, they were not happy.
Yeah.
The whole panel was like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my goodness. but I would want to watch it because I have hopes that Matt's influence, like I hope they let him be Tavern a little bit longer, that he was able to fix
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
Also, in my mind, he's real cute. He looks a lot
Yep.
like Brian. So
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
which I will say every year at Jordan Con, I'm reminded that men find my husband attractive because they tell me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I forget, like we don't get that just like out in public. But absolutely at Jordan Con, I'm reminded I'm about to fight some of y'all.
I like his beard.
You like his beard. So that's the length he keeps because he just retired, right?
Mm.
In the summer retired from the military. And I know he hates shaving. I was like, well, let's see what it looks like. Just let it grow out. Salt and pepper, like it's, and he let his hair grow longer on the top, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
We all know I like a good beard, so
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with the beard part.
See, he will never grow it that long though.
Yeah, his is
He will
tight.
never-
Like it's a
Yeah,
tight.
his is. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's not. He won't grow it big like that. But
Mhm.
I think with his face. Oh,
Oh,
That's my background.
oh,
There we go. There's baby Jason.
Oh my
Baby
god.
everybody.
man.
Jason with hair.
wow.
He's a
look at-
baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Shannon.
Is he 14?
Okay, so
Holy.
how many people, Tom, were at this for how many people attended the first
90?
one? About
You say like 90?
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's-
It
I
is
think I had a
crazy.
picture of the whole panel.
Baby Brando Sando. Good.
Yeah,
Look at his little
I'll
baby
give him
face.
16 in that picture. Maybe he's 16.
Uh-huh.
At the most.
Wow.
He can't drink. He cannot drink.
Mm-mm.
There's no way he could legally buy alcohol.
He looks like a child.
No.
Oh, here. I don't know how good this is gonna come through because it's a
Uh-oh.
video that I took on my fucking Razer flip phone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that's loud.
Oh no.
That's loud. Let's lower that. Yeah, it's so bad. Okay. They had a burlesque show and they were themed for Valen Luca's traveling circus, and this was the strongman that was there.
Oh
That
no.
makes sense.
That man is humongous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go. So he's currently ripping a license plate in half.
Oh my god.
He does it. He also rolls now he's rolling a front. Oh no, he can't break the license plate, but he gets it.
Oh my.
With his teeth.
Yeah, he bent it a little bit so that it broke.
Teeth cost money.
Right? I don't need to be replacing all
There
that.
he goes.
I've had 3 kids
There
with
you go.
braces.
Now he ripped it.
I wish
Oh no, he needed to get a rag. He got a rag so that he
it
wouldn't
was
cut
slippery.
his hands.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was
he ripped it in
slippery.
half.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, cutting
All
the hands.
right, listen, I wasn't the best cameraman in the world. And then
Aaron says it was 250 people at the first one.
250? Okay.
Aaron said.
I
We
trust
believe
Aaron's memory on that. There's the burlesque show.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
But I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube, so that's enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you people have met me, so you know how tall I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's that dude.
Yeah.
Oh look
Oh
at me.
man. Oh man.
What?
Oh
And that's the
man.
one I was at. Why am I wearing flip flops and jeans? What is wrong with me? I don't know.
Oh, that's amazing.
Look at Aaron. The blue eye said I.
Oh, look at your long hair. Oh my goodness. You guys were so
Yeah.
young.
I was the top of my head was at his shoulder. He was a big dude.
Jeez.
He was
Yeah.
very wide too. He ended up in, I think, season 3 of The Walking Dead.
Mm.
Yeah, he's in like the first or second episode. He plays like they go to a prison, and he was one of the people that was at the prison when they get there.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. I
Very
was obsessed
obviously,
with The Walking Dead.
it's pretty obvious which one is him because he's.
Yeah.
fucking
Well, I don't see
humongous.
how he could hide.
I can't find a full picture
In
of.
fact, last time I'd been in Atlanta
wow.
was to go to Sonoya, Georgia, where The Walking Dead was filmed. To
That's
go
awesome.
to the little town where it was. Yeah.
Is this an iPod sitting in the speaker?
Oh my God!
Playing
Yeah,
music?
that's
Oh no.
That's how we have the music.
Look at that big
Now
ass
you know
thing.
it's old. You know
The
it's old.
fact that Avienda does not know what an iPod is
Oh,
blows my mind.
Yeah, it's
Because I have children that were born before iPods were a thing, and now I have a child. They're so far apart. I have a child that doesn't know what an iPod is.
Do you remember this guy?
That is an amazing tattoo.
Yeah, that's a real tattoo.
Oh,
Do you remember what he looks like now though? That's Brian. What's his last name? Brian Stevens or something. He's jacked, like fucking humongously jacked now.
Wow.
He also was I think I've shown pictures. He was the Green Man. He came in Someshta one year.
okay.
Oh, Kyrie and Nobles.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
This is all Jordan Con 1.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh, a live band, the Lost Boys. That was them getting set up. What else we got? Some cosplayers. Yeah, a couple cosplayers. No,
Okay,
Kyrie and
okay.
probably. Oh, there's me and a Gleeman.
Yep.
Aw.
Can't get over baby Tom.
I
know,
know,
right?
without a beard.
Oh, look, another freaking humongously tall person.
Oh my goodness.
That guy was like 7'1".
Why?
Wow.
People don't need to be that tall. Like that's
Oh,
not
baby
fair.
Aubrey.
There's some-
Oh.
Oh, and then Tavarin Tees. That's
Oh.
before she ever met Jeff.
Oh wow.
Why does Kylie look exactly the same?
I know, because she's immortal. I'm trying to find. There's a pic. I know I have a picture of Sarah from this because this is where I met her. Sarah and Christy were the first two people that I ever met at JordanCon
Oh,
because they were working the registration table. When
I mean that is the best way to meet people.
Yeah.
Like if you want
That's
to
a
see
funny
everybody
pic. Oh,
coming
there's Sarah.
in.
Sarah's right there.
Oh,
Aw.
Wow.
baby
Jen,
Jens.
Christy,
Oh my goodness.
and then a lot of people that I
Wow.
don't think ever really came back again.
Uh,
There's Jeff. Oh, he's already checking out Kylie. Look,
You've
looking
got,
right at her.
you've got to send this to Jeff and
Oh,
Kylie.
I'm definitely sending this to Jeff.
You've got to send. And look,
This is before
he
they
was-
got together. This is before they were even dating. They're married now, by the way. With like
Okay.
3 kids,
Yes.
For people that don't know them.
Yes, absolutely send this. And like, so that was the plan all along, Jeff.
He's like staring at her hard as fuck.
Yeah, it's like you scoped her out at JordanCon 1, and then Tavarin Tees was just a way to get her. Was that what that was? The long con. Just set a
wait.
goal that day.
I got one from JordanCon 2 with Brandon Sanderson holding my hammer.
Ooh.
There he is. He was I didn't get a good picture of him, but that's him playing with my hammer.
Say, he does at least look 18, 19 in that picture.
There we
Right.
go. I have a beard now.
Oh,
But this
hey,
is
there's
never
the
so big.
baby
Yeah.
beard.
A lot of things happen between JordanCon 1 and 2.
yeah.
I basically didn't shave.
That entire
But
year.
that's how beard.
Oh, there's Sarah and Christy.
Oh,
Aw.
Wow.
it's a baby.
Oh, and baby Paul.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh
The
wow.
hair, this elegant lip. What?
There you go.
It looks like he took a curling iron to it
good.
and flipped his ends.
Could you?
Me.
I
And then
like
there's me
that.
doing me, I guess.
Oh,
Oh, I was definitely drunk.
No.
I
Look
mean,
how
you're
red
wearing
my
a panda
face
on
is.
your head,
Yeah,
so
no, not at JordanCon. You would
I know,
never.
I know.
no.
Nobody does
Nobody
that.
drinks con water
Water.
at Jordan Con.
Listen, all the water bottles are full of water.
Yes,
Random Jordan
All the time.
absolutely.
The whole time.
That entire time.
We care about hydration.
Exactly.
So I will say, at the dance party, Avi took a sip of water and was like, "My water shot, it burns going down." I'm like, "You cannot come back here.
Oh my god.
I cannot."
Oh, that's great.
And I will say from the beginning, I'm like, she's gonna be our drinker. Like, she's just gonna be the one that's she's gonna go watch her birthday. I keep saying her birthday is exactly 2 weeks after Christmas. So one year she'll have Christmas, New Year's, and then her birthday. And when she's old enough to party, we're gonna see her at Christmas, and then we might see her again at Valentine's Day. We're gonna lose her for a whole month.
Oh boy.
Yep.
It's just ridiculous.
So we got the chance to interview Guy Roberts also at the con, and our video I have to get the video from, because the guys from Leafcast were kind enough to let like, they were right after us, so they set up their equipment. We were just like, why don't you come in and set your equipment up and beforehand, because we just are going to use our phones. And they were like, well, do you want to use our stuff? And we were like, yeah,
Sure.
so they let us use their stuff, which was really nice. But I got to get the video from them. I bring that up though because I want to ask Adalorna. So we had a bunch of questions, obviously, that we asked him, like a list of questions. And one of the things that I want to do, that I'm going to start doing like regularly.
Yep, that one.
That's the word. In our next season of Rewatch is at the end of every episode, I want to ask our guest a set of questions, and it'll be the same questions for every person. Okay. But I just thought it would be a fun way to close up tonight, and that before we share some more stuff, and make sure to share all the things for NorthHarbor and stuff. I don't have the full list of questions yet, but I got a couple of them that Crystal and I went through, and I'm pretty sure are like the final versions of those for when we do it. And I did ask Guy Roberts these, but you'll have to watch the Dragon Matt social media for when we post the video to see what he said.
Can I give a short little anecdote about Guy Roberts really quick?
Sure. Yeah, go.
Please.
Okay, so Reese and I were there getting
my child
signed photographs, and you could put whatever you wanted to on these little sticky notes, and it's me. It's me. It's gonna be spicy. So mine says, to Adalorna Sedai, I found NorthHarbor. He read the sticky note and went, oh. I was like, the joke? I love this.
Yes.
Yep. So that was amazing.
He was really cool. Like, I was a little worried, because you never know. He's an actor,
Yeah.
Right.
He was really fucking cool though. Like, he was really chill.
Yeah, he was.
Aaron,
I was just overjoyed that he got the joke, that he knew what it
Yeah.
was.
He's a big fan, and he's a huge nerd. Like, he's also like he's from fucking Texas, so like his normal speech is just full of fucking cursing and shit. So
Nice.
So then he is actually okay. All right.
Yeah.
I said it's my turn. Like, before we sat down, he was so a really nice thing that he did was, like, before we would do for everybody, because Erin was doing like the media people, so she was setting up all the interviews, and I was helping her, so I got to kind of hang out in the room and help them set up and move furniture around and stuff like that for whoever was coming in, because it was always different. Sometimes there was one person, sometimes there were three, so like we shifted the furniture around for everybody, and Erin's not going to do that by herself, and we're not going to be like, hey, Guy or Isabel. So, I was there to just pick things up and put them down, and while I was doing that and we were setting stuff up, he would always ask, like, the podcast or whoever it was about them. Like, how did you get into the Wheel of Time? When did you start podcasting? Things like that. And they would talk about it, and it was really cool. So when it was my turn to do that, I said that I was from New York, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be my turn to be sweating, trying not to curse during this entire interview, because, I grew up in New York, and I was a construction worker for 15 years. So
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, every other word out of my mouth was usually fucking. So
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I gave him a fuck Moash ribbon for and which he's read the Stormlight Archive, so he said this is fucking perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, he
Nice.
he enjoyed that.
Okay, so questions for Adelarna.
All right. So one of them is, so I modeled these after the Inside the Actor Studio questions from the show Inside the Actor Studio, because I love that fucking show.
Nice.
But we kind of changed them for more, our
Nerdy.
thematic
You made
audience.
him nerdy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
one of the questions he would ask is, what's your favorite curse word? But I changed it to, but I think for you, we should ask both of them because it's apt for obvious reasons. I changed it to, what is your favorite made up fantasy curse word? So,
Okay.
Battlestar Galactica, they say fracking instead of fucking. Like, whatever. It doesn't have to be real time. Just whatever made up fantasy curse word.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a phrase. Mother's milk in a cup. I love it.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
I've used that before.
Yes. And people look at me like, what?
Yeah. I also like pale haired milksop
Yes. Yes.
a lot.
I like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody goat kisser. So
yeah.
good.
And then just because obvious reasons, what's your favorite regular curse word?
See, I don't know how vulgar I can be.
we get.
So some people don't like this curse word, but I use it regularly. Cunt. I call people cunts all the time.
I wish we were more like Europeans. So
Because they say it a lot.
It's a term of endearment over there. Like
Yes, but
that's what they call
no.
their friends. Like, is like a joke. Like you say, "Hey, asshole," to your friend. That's
Right.
they call them cunts.
The same thing.
So,
yeah.
We saw Daniel Sloss last night. He's a Scottish stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He sells a shirt that just says "cunt" on it. So
I love that.
yeah, he says it a lot, and it's really
Mhm.
funny. And then he has a whole bit on it about Americans versus Europeans. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay. So the other one is, he would ask, other than your current profession, what's a profession that you would want to have? So our nerdy version of that is, if you could not necessarily have to be a profession, but like belong to a group, any fantasy group, what would you want it to be? So like it could be, a certain school, a certain house in a certain school in a certain, fantasy series that, we don't really talk about anymore. It could be the Jedi. It could be whatever, anything, like any fantasy organization that you would want to belong to.
There's so many good ones, though.
There's so many.
Right? Like, there's my near and dear to my heart, Green Aja, that yes. There's also Saldeans, because Adelarna is also Saldean. And they have amazing ice peppers.
From Saldea and to Green Aja.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Adelarna. Or there's also part of the Night Court. Anybody who's read any of the Court of Thorns and Roses will know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. I would absolutely be a Slytherin, unfortunately, for some people.
Me too.
Yeah. So many good ones. I would probably be like a gray Jedi. I wouldn't be either side. I'd be straight down the middle.
If you had to pick one, though.
God. Okay. Look, I'm gonna be boring and predictable and say Green Aja.
It's not boring.
Yep.
Okay. Let's cut a little deeper though.
Okay.
What era Aes Sedai?
Oh. Okay. Probably the Age of Legends. Like, why would I not pick the Age of Legends?
That's fair.
Yeah.
But would you want to live through like the War of Power and like the falling of the Column Dan and like discovering and the drilling of the bore and all, or would you want it to just be like, nope, maybe like 1,000 years before that and just be dead?
Yes. 1,000 years before that, where they have all the flying vehicles and the yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So here's the thing: we have all gone through historical moments now, as it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so any of us would be like, can we have something where there's nothing going on? Can we just live?
For real?
Every single year, it feels like it's
chaos. I want to live in precedented times, please. Thank you.
Yes,
Right.
I mean, it's regular stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't want my future grandchildren have to read about the time in my life in the history books. I want them. Nothing happened.
Mhm.
Nothing happened for like 20 years. We were chilling.
I
Like,
mean,
it was,
I swear we're at the very end of the Age of Legends.
and you know
Ugh.
what? That is how I comfort myself
Seriously.
sometimes.
really, you think that? I would have thought this is like nearing the end of like the War of Shadow at this point.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we don't have
We're
any
on the
channelers.
precipice.
So I'm like, well, maybe I will live long enough to see my children start the
Yeah.
channel. Maybe that's what it'll be happen.
Yes.
I mean, we're coming up to the point of where it's like, Luce Theron has to decide whether he's gonna, seal the bore or like
Yes.
the Dark One's gonna break free. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to be around maybe then so that I can slap Miern in the face.
That's fair.
Possibly.
Yeah.
That's
And you
that's
know
a good-
what?
that's a good
But
call.
like before all the evil, she really was just a lovesick girl. She thought she was discovering
Yes.
something great,
Yes.
and it just. But she didn't make up for it. She wasn't like, my bad.
Right.
She ran with it.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
She quadrupled down with that shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it would have been one thing if she was like, "Oh no, this is we got to fix this," and she's like, "What did you say I could have?
Mhm.
I'm going with him."
Because I think I can manipulate both sides.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So there's going to be eventually. There's probably going to be around 10 questions because that's how many he had. We combined a couple, but the last one that we're going to ask all the time is, if you could choose again any fantasy, science fiction, whatever you want, any property, that version of an afterlife. So like whatever any afterlife you would want, but from a fantasy property. I mean, it could be mythology. It could be any version of, past religions, currently. What afterlife would you want to be the truth if you can make one the truth?
That is a really good question.
That is a very good question. Oh wow.
It's a little deeper than you probably. I mean, like it would have been better if we told you we were going to ask you that, but
Yeah. 'Cause now I'm
Mhm.
thinking like, I'm
Well,
trying to come up with a fantasy afterlife right now.
I mean, there's a lot of different ones. Like
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Wheel of Time one would be cool, I think, to just be in the world of dreams as a hunter.
So you think you'd be a hero of the Horn?
Please. It's me.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Reborn over and over again.
Please. Yes. Thank you. Let me
Okay.
never die. Like, not
See,
really.
on the
That's
other
fair.
hand, I'm like, I would like a nap. Like it doesn't have to be right now.
She doesn't want to come back.
It doesn't have to be right now because I still got stuff to do. But at some
Mhm.
point, I'd like to not have stuff to do. However I get to that space,
Okay.
that is my goal, is to not have stuff to do.
Okay. All right. Well, see, I come at it from the perspective of you don't learn everything you need to learn within a singular lifetime.
And that is true.
yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
what? I'm just gonna have to miss out on some things because I am tired.
That's fair.
That's fair.
The lessons I have
Tired.
learned have worn me
Oh
out.
my
I don't know
God.
if I can learn anymore.
Right.
I saw that just reminded me of a TikTok. I saw an old woman. So like her grandson or granddaughter is holding the phone, and there's this old woman, and he's like, "Grandma, tell them what that is," and it's like a pot sitting in front of her. She's like, "Oh, that's my urn." It's like palm trees and like a sun and like a
Yes, I've
beach.
seen that one.
And she's like, I didn't trust them to buy anything. I didn't want like some sort of boring, like I want something fun. I want to be somewhere fun. And so, I bought my urn, and he was like, "Where do you keep it, Grandma?" And she's like, "Oh, on the counter, just in the kitchen." And she's like,
He's in it right
"Sometimes
now."
I look at the urn, and there's some days I want the urn."
Wow.
Sometimes you're
She's
tired.
like, I'm 92. I was like, damn.
She gets to have her urn. She
Yeah,
gets to have her urn.
she needs her nap. She's earned her nap.
Urns. Fucking hilarious.
I'm going to be a tree. I tell my children repeatedly
Yeah.
and like quiz them. Like,
Mhm.
so what does mommy want you to do when she dies? You want to be a tree, mommy? Absolutely. So
Mhm.
I don't care what your daddy says. I don't care if he gets emotional.
Oh.
Mommy wants to be a tree.
Light Blinded Fool wants to hang out with the elves over in Valinor. And
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I like elves, I do, but I feel like they are so shady and petty, and I don't know if I can put up with that forever.
Do you like them like you like key lime pie? Is that where?
No,
You think I like them? I do. I do.
I do.
Hey.
They're very pretty. They're very nice to look at.
Mhm.
But I'm like, some days I don't want to gossip. I don't want to talk about people every day. Like, and I feel like elves are talking about each other every day.
It also depends on which type of elf you're talking about, because if you're talking about Tolkien elves, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons elves,
No,
that's a
thank
whole
you.
different
No,
story.
thank you. No, thank you. But yeah, there's so many variations of things.
There's a thing in Florida now where they'll take you get cremated, but then they take your ashes and mix it with some sort of coral stuff.
Oh yeah, you can become a coral
Oh,
reef.
you can be a coral reef. I do that.
You can also get turned into a diamond.
Yes.
There's that. I told them I want my skull mounted on a fireplace with 2 blue diamonds made out of my ashes in the eye.
Okay.
Dresden Files reference.
Okay.
Anyway, all right.
I
So
feel like I would ask for googly eyes.
That's going to be the last question we always ask the person, is the afterlife one, and then the other 2 were 2 that I think we got like pretty ironed out. Like those are good ones, and then I'm going to go through all the other ones, and we're going to
Yeah, we gotta. If you want to do that next season, we gotta get on it.
I know. We'll get it done. That was fun. All right. So I don't have the graphic ready to go
next week.
for next week. Yeah, but we're gonna have author Gerald Coleman, Gerald L. Coleman,
Ooh, nice.
as a guest, and Allie and Gus from Wheel Takes.
Ooh,
Yay!
I'm excited. Allie and Gus are both fans, but Allie is a huge fan of Avatar. Like
I remember her saying she wanted to come back.
Yeah. She was like, "Are you guys almost done with book 2?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You have to send me the thing." I was like, "I sent it to you." She's like, "Damn it, we've been so busy." She's like, "Well, when's the next?" I said, "We only got 2 left." So she's like, "All right, the finale. I want to come." So they're going to be here for the finale.
nice.
But yeah, she's really excited. She's a huge fan of Avatar, and she doesn't have to worry about spoilers or anything because we're going to be talking about Avatar and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Adelorna, what are you guys up to in the North Harbor? What's your next endeavor? Post of podcast? Where can people see you next?
Okay, so we are on all of the social media. You can find us on our link tree. Just
which
look
I'll
up
have the
NorthHarbor
link
podcast.
in a second.
Yes, and we release every other week on YouTube and Spotify, wherever you can find a podcast. And we are starting on the end of book 13 and working our way to the front.
Yay!
Yeah.
I read my the prologue for that.
You sure did.
It was the first episode of book 13 because it's the beginning of the prologue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's the beginning of the prologue, but it was for book 14 because we literally take it exactly from the back.
Right. I can't count.
No.
It's not always cracked up to be, Tom. Counting is not always cracked up to be because then people want you to count stuff all the time.
Exactly.
There's more work.
It's not my strong suit. Math.
Other people
math
can count for me.
Yeah,
I don't
get along with math either. I don't get along with math either, and I tease Brian. That's why I married him because he maths so well. But I'm the one who does the taxes.
Creatively, right?
No, TurboTax is what I do.
There.
Y'all take these numbers and fix it.
Yes.
One drunken evening at a Tarvalon.net event, we were sitting around like drafting people for our zombie apocalypse island.
Ooh, okay.
Based on, like their skills. if in the room that we were in, and we were gonna like Jeff Jarvis. That's why I remembered it. He was there, and we were like, "Well, what can you do?" And he's like, "I'm really good at math." And we were like, "You know what? That could probably be really useful. Like if we need to calculate things." Yeah, none of us are good at math.
You gotta know how to ration out the food.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody to
But if you
ration
had
out the food.
Yeah,
if you had to pick a Wheel of Time character,
Yes.
who would you want to be in a zombie apocalypse with?
Oof.
Yes,
Scatter?
that's the question.
Because she can
Man.
shoot the arrows, we don't have to get close.
Right?
Mm.
You know, but hey, that's you can run out of arrows though. You know what doesn't run out of bullets or arrows? A sword.
Yeah. But like it's gotta. I don't want to be close.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you get nice to die.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't even think
they
I was
channel-
being like, you know,
Okay.
trying to be more realistic in my zombie apocalypse, you know,
Okay.
planning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying Avienda. I'm taking Avienda
Okay.
with me.
Oh yeah, that's good.
She's got the survival skills, fight.
So does
Yeah.
I mean,
But
my heart
I
wants
can
to take
eat
math
rats every
but-
day, land
Right.
with me. Yes.
But so my concern is it's going to be hand-to-hand combat. I don't want anybody to get bitten because now I got to kill you. And I don't
True.
want to do that.
That's fair. That's fair. And you got to hope they'll tell you. Lan would tell you.
Oh yeah,
Lan would tell
Lan-
you.
absolutely.
Lan would tell you.
Lan would probably kill himself though, to be honest.
Yeah,
he would.
He wouldn't
Avienda
have to
would
do it.
just. Avienda would have toe. She was gonna have to fix this before she changes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we don't have time for that, ma'am. We don't.
No.
You have to. Because I have an irrational fear of zombies. So all my kids at a very young age knew you had to separate the head from the body. Kill the zombies.
Just in case.
They get
Just in case.
Mommy does not want you to live your life as a zombie if you get bitten. So just know, look, don't get bitten.
So what did you do last night, Avienda? Mommy and I prepared for a zombie apocalypse.
Just in case. Just in case. Survival skills. She's got to live up to her namesake.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I'm sorry I was late.
You were not late. You were right on time.
That's fair.
Right?
Just like a wizard.
Also, someone had a picture, I think, on our like community Facebook page. It's a huge fiber optic cable, and they had to splice each fiber optic cable together one at a time. So
That's why it took 10 hours.
Yeah. So like it's like maybe 10 or 12 units per fiber line. So like my neighbors were like, "Oh, mine came back on. Mine came back on. Mine came back on." I'm like, "Fuck, come on."
You were the cut off. Like you were you were the last one, or the first one on the next bundle.
Yeah. Because my whole shit is fiber optic. It's not like
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, old school, like it's a brand new development, so they just built that shit. But like,
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm excited because like there's not even a regular coffee place around here. So like a Starbucks is nice, but they didn't have to break my shit. Damn it. All right. Anyway, thank you for coming to hang out, and thank you, Ebony and Crystal, for being amazing and hosting last week without me there and getting started tonight. And it's fantastic because like I don't have to, like, prior to Crystal coming on, because Ebony doesn't just have her computer can't run the thing, first of all. Well, your old computer, your new one can.
My old computer could not. My new one can, but like Ebony cannot.
Yeah, Ebony can. Ebony does not have the time to learn how to do it. But like both of you have been fantastic, and I super appreciate both of you. So thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you. And Adalorna, you know, you're just amazing. So you just brighten the room up just by being here. So
thank you.
I would say you're classing up the joint, but Ebony and Crystal take you know have classed it up immensely from just when I was here. So it's fine.
I bring the raunch. It's fine.
There you go.
And it's needed. It's necessary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be done the right way.
It does.
Now, Matt over at the Dusty Wheel might talk about Smashing to Black, but here we just asked Crystal to say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.